Can you make as much as $26,700 a month with the Audible affiliate program? Well, that's what all these people over here would have you believe. Everyone's talking about how to make money with Audible and the Audible affiliate program. But how does it actually work? How much money can you make? And how do you get started? Well, I'm glad you asked, because today we're going to talk about the Audible affiliate program, a very simple AI low-effort content method, a super simple way to build an audience fast, even if you're not using your face or voice, plus some examples of people using this exact strategy to generate millions of dollars in revenue. And it all starts with the Audible affiliate program. So if you're excited, smash the like button. Let's dive in, and I'll show you exactly how to make money online. Come on, let's go to work. All right, let's go ahead and dive in and talk about how this works in a very specific way and why book-focused traffic converts into predictable income. We're going to take a look at a few sites here that are doing this exact same thing. Here's a smaller one doing about $8,300 a month worth of traffic. Now remember, this is the traffic value, not how much they're making. Sometimes they make more, sometimes they make less. Oftentimes in niches like this, if they have their affiliate programs dialed in correctly, I think they could actually make a lot more. Here's another one here doing $23,000 a month, another one at $2.4 million. This is a giant, like the Walmart of Audible affiliate type sites, book traffic, huge one here. Definitely want to take a look at it, but obviously most people aren't going to attain to that. We're just going to use that to glean. Here's another one that does $23,000 a month, $300,000, and on we go. Again, another smaller one that's doing $5,700 a month worth of traffic. Now, again, remembering that like 45,000 visitors a month does take a bit to get to, but I think if you do this right, you can actually make more. That's what this training is about, is how to use the Audible affiliate program and this massive amount of traffic that's available so that you can make money. This is exactly how Jeff Bezos started Amazon, based on the backs of, okay, these books get a lot of searches, therefore I can make a lot of money. Keep that in mind because it's super important. Now, going through here, we can see these 98 keywords about book recommendations and creators and things like that. Gets almost 1 million searches a month, and this is just one small snapshot of a few different keywords. We can also see that people are looking up book talk. What is book talk? Well, this is when you go over to TikTok and search for different books and get recommendations. This is a huge thing. As you can see, it's got over 33,000 searches a month just on that term alone, and including the other terms in other countries, we have like 103,000 different searches a month. This is a huge market. Now, we've already talked about some big numbers. We've talked about some big traffics. I want you to remember that what you see here is not typical. While I've made a lot of money online as an affiliate marketer, and lots of other people do as well, including these examples, I want you to remember the vast majority of people trying to make money online make nothing. So take this with a grain of salt. It's a business. There's risk. There's reward. It's not like you're going to go use AI to do a book review and all of a sudden going to get a bunch of money. It doesn't work like that. Today, I'm going to show you how it actually works. But keep that in mind because this is a business. It can work if you put in the effort, but again, there's variables and stuff like that. Now, let's look at the Audible affiliate program and talk about what it actually pays. A lot of people don't know this, but Amazon pays like 1 to 5% when you sell stuff. The Audible is what's known as a CPA, or cost per action model, which means if you sell a $9 book on Audible, or someone signs up for Audible to get that $9 book, you're not getting 1 to 5% of the $9. You're getting paid on the free trial. So however many people I send to Audible that get a free trial, according to the affiliate program, I would get on average $5 per user. Get 20 users a day, that's $100 a day. 200 users a day, that's $1,000 a day. Now, if they get a paid Audible membership, they pay like $10 a user. Now, going through this, you can see the different commission models and things like that. It's very important to remember that a lot of people already have Audible accounts, so this isn't going to be the big money method. We're simply going to be using Audible as a supplement to our income and an excuse to get a bunch of traffic. This is super important. Now, a little personal note. A lot of people who know me, who've been following my stuff for a while, know that in 2014, I fell prey to alcohol addiction. And ever since I got out of the alcohol addiction, I'm now going on 12 years sober, I always listen to Audible books every single night. So this is something where I see the value of it, and being able to listen to books and talks and tapes has really, really helped me, even though it's not very expensive. So this is something where you could go out there and you can find a niche where you can help people. Like right now, you'll actually see on my sobriety channel, we actually talk about various different books. I talked about this Control Alcohol book. We got 10,000 views there. This one, The Body Keeps the Score, and various other books as well. So this is something where I actually have done this and gotten traffic and promoted various affiliate offers and other things as well. Understanding this is very key. Now, remember, when talking about this, don't talk about things you don't know about. Like if you don't know about sobriety, don't talk about it just to make money. You want to make sure that everything you do is ethical, good, and in the user's best interest. Doing this model, you could literally do anything. I'm going to show you how you could go out there and talk about law of attraction books and clean house with affiliate offers. So it's not just about the Audible affiliate offer. What this is about is different ways to make money. Okay, we're going to look at on-platform ways to make money. So when you see people doing book talk or Facebook book reviews or YouTube book reviews or even my channel over here, we're actually getting paid by the platform. So you can be a YouTube partner and get paid for different ads. You could go on TikTok and do their partner program, or Facebook, Instagram. All of these do have on-platform pay, but what we're going to see is it's not the biggest, right? Like I think Talk Sober's best month with ad revenue across platforms was like $100. Now, we have cracked over $1,000 a month with different things. I'm going to show you how that works as well. And again, I'm kind of a pain when it comes to my sobriety site. While I could go and make a bunch of money with affiliate offers, I don't really like what those offers promote. It's usually just about rehabs getting money, not about helping people. So I decided to take a pay cut on that one and do what I believe is the right way of marketing. Now, we're going to look at on-platform and we're going to look at affiliate revenue. We're going to look at something more important than what the book is. We're going to look at what the book gives. What is it that the book gives the user? When you go out there and you see like self-help or productivity or whatever type of books, you want to look at what that is going to give the user. Is it going to give them peace of mind, inspiration, success, organization, or like the sobriety example, is it going to help them clear their mind or whatever it is? When we tie that to what the book does or what the book gives, we're going to tie that to more money because that's where the affiliate offer works. So I could tell them, go listen to this on Audible, but then I could say, oh, by the way, if it's a book about Tony Robbins, I can go be an affiliate of Tony Robbins and clean house with his expensive courses or whatever it is. This is about thinking a step ahead because there's always something that ties into it. Even when we're talking about novels and entertainment books, that's still there. We're going to get into that in just a minute. Now, looking at the grid of what these tie to, before we get to the traffic method, trust me, you're going to love the traffic method. This is all going to make sense at the end, and you're going to be like, oh, that's how this works. Looking at nonfiction and practical, we could do like self-help, which ties into motivation, productivity, ties into maybe AI tools, business and money ties into business consulting. All of these are going to go through and have something that they tie to, anxiety and stress. Maybe there's an affiliate program that's a meditation course or something like that. Going through and looking at ClickBank and various different places where we can find those things is absolutely key. Because if we go to the affiliate marketplace over on ClickBank like this, you can tap into anything. So like business, there's the business category, spirituality, self-help, different things like this. You can tie into them in a very, very specific way and get lots more money based on better affiliate programs and things that are designed to sell rather than just Audible. So looking at that is very, very important. You have spiritual. Maybe they're looking for romance. Maybe you could tie them into, the draw your romance offer where they sketch your soulmate, that kind of thing, right? Those do really well. Philosophy, there's lots of philosophy courses and things like that. Starting to understand this is absolutely key because it's not just about that one book, it's about the big picture. Okay, now I'm going to have a list of all these over at gotniches.com along with some keyword reports and different breakdowns of how this works. When we go through, we need to understand why audiobooks convert better. They convert better because you're going to get instant gratification. You don't have to wait for it. They buy it right away and they get the whole gamut of like, okay, I can get lots of different things, lots of different books with this one thing. Then we also have stackable programs. This is where you're going to have the same traffic, and it's going to lead to more revenue. You can do Amazon Associates. You can actually sell the book. Oftentimes, I'll listen to a book on Audible, and then I'll go buy it as well because I want the physical copy. Very cool. You could also do Kindle, ebooks, all kinds of stuff like that. And the key is that you earn commission on everything they buy. Next, you can see Kindle. That's another related affiliate program. Scribd, which is another book affiliate program, or even like BookBub or something like that. Now, the key here is to remember that what you're going to be doing, even if you are not a expert or a guru, or you don't want to be on camera, you're going to start a book club of sorts. Okay, it's not going to be like a format like Oprah. It's going to be like, these are the books I'm talking about, because that's where the traffic is going to come in. Now, when we get into the traffic models, what you're going to see is a lot of these places are doing very specific things. You're going to see that this boils down to not just like, what should I read next or book recommendations, but we're also going to do like books like. Okay, so if we do law of attraction books, you could see law of attraction books, manifestation books, best law of attraction. And then when you start to boil it down, you're going to see there's lots of traffic in all of these. You could do like, let's do law of attraction book reviews. When you see this here, now you see like 24,000 visitors. You got 2.8 million here. You got 920. And I realize some of these are bigger players, but look at this one, 11 million there. 319, that's a smaller one, and going on and on and on. What you're going to see is these start to build. So what we're going to do is we're going to look for keywords that are related to like maybe authors of law of attraction or different things like that. And that's where AI is going to come in handy, because I can go through with AI like this and I can find different keywords and find out, okay, yes, there are people searching for it. Or I could do list the top 100 law of attraction authors, right? Like this, okay? Just their names, one after the other in a line on top of each other. What this is going to do is it's going to give me something that I could just put into my keyword tool, and I'm going to find that all of this stuff goes through. And now we have a list of all of these, and you could just talk about the different books, different quotes, and things like that. Now, if I wanted to do this like I meant it, I would actually go through and get the books. I love collecting books. I like reading books. I love all things books, so this is a really, really good one for me. Maybe you can go into like religious books or a certain religious, maybe Mormon books, Catholic books, whatever it is that you want, very specific. So now I can see 1.8 million searches just on the authors that have to do with law of attraction. And the competition isn't even that bad. So starting to see, wait a minute, this is huge. There's a ton of people looking this stuff up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a niche about certain types of books, whether it's books I read in sobriety or books I read for personal development or whatever it is, or even novels. A book club is not a hobby project. It's a curation distribution system. What you're going to do is you're going to talk about all the different books in your niche, right? Like this. Okay. So I'm going to go into my niche like this and I say, okay, what do I want? Maybe I have law of attraction or religion or something like that. Okay. I'm going to go through and I'm going to find all the authors, all the books, quotes, ideas, takes on, which means like, okay, what is their take on sobriety? What is their take on mental health? All this stuff. So what you're going to do is you're going to have all of this stuff that fuels your book club, which is basically your blog, your website, your TikTok, your YouTube, your Pinterest. This makes very easy content. Now, the way we're going to make money with this is on platform. Okay, so you make money posting content on the different platforms, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, whatever. You could do something like Stan Store. Not super recommended. You could do something like Patreon. Again, not super recommended. Or you can do your own website. As you saw over here, this domain is a domain I bought called Get Similar Books. It ranked for different books that got traffic, and it was getting traffic. So now all I would need to do is build this up. What I would recommend is get a domain like maybe manifestation books or books I read today or something like that that is very easy to remember. What we're going to do is we're going to look at that and build it around the specific book club formats that convert. Something like 5 audiobooks for busy professionals. If you liked Atomic Habits, try these books. Best audiobooks for anxiety and overthinking. Or I listen to this every time I get anxious. Think about helping the visitor first, and the money will follow because then you can tie it to the higher need. Like someone looking for an audiobook on anxiety is probably going to buy other things that are related to anxiety and mental health and relaxation and things like that. Someone looking for romance novels might want to get lost in romance, or maybe they're looking for romance. Maybe that's lacking in their life, and they could go out there and be like, here's how to meet that romantic partner you want, or whatever it is. Starting to think a step ahead. People looking up business books don't want ink on paper. They want a successful business. And once we understand this, it's like, wait a minute, all these books are lead gens. And I remember one time I was at a marketing conference and there was this guy talking about using books as lead gen, right? Like your book is like your business card. But what if all these other books by all these other offers are business cards to my content, and my content promotes this huge thing that makes lots of money? This is how the Audible affiliate program allows you to scale. We're going to use Audible because it has the book. Obviously, we recommend the book. We tell them to get the book and read the book. But then there's that, but wait, there's more factor of now I can get you into other stuff. Starting to scale that content is absolutely important. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to look at the proof of concept. The influencers who move book sales. This works like crazy. You see Oprah Winfrey. She sells instant bestsellers. Someone goes on their show, instant bestseller because of her brand recognition. What is she? She's just the interview person, the spokesperson. She's really not providing a lot of value in and of her own stuff. She does, don't get me wrong, but in the grand scheme of things, she's an instant promoter. That's what she is. This is demonstrated by the recommendation and the sales velocity. Just take a look at the books that were on her show. I had a friend. She was a friend of mine. We met at a marketing conference, and she went on to make like a 10-figure business or 8-figure business, I think it was. Maybe 9. I don't know. You do the math. But she makes a lot of money, needless to say. And she went through and she got popular by being on Oprah. Like literally catapulted her career. And it went from I'm making a few videos, getting help from Marcus, to now I'm like this national figurehead, which is crazy. That effect works really well. And you can kind of manufacture that effect by taking little snippets of experts in your field, talking about what they do, and then driving them to your content. A lot of people don't know this. Reese Witherspoon has one of the biggest book clubs on the planet. And she just talks about books. There's other people that do this as well. The key point is that books are monetizable because audiences trust creators and curators. If you curate content around these books, you're going to be an instant authority in your market. So it's super important to notice that people like Jack Edwards have a big YouTube literacy creator and lots of others. If you just go through and do book reviews, you're going to see lots of people that do all kinds of book reviews. And this leads into you even maybe creating your own digital products and things like that, like we talked about yesterday. I'll put the link to that video in the description. Super important because that can fuel this. We can go through and look at different types of content and things like that, which is very, very, very important. What we're going to look at is that many of these creators don't fully optimize affiliate links and different things like that, which leaves room for SEO-driven sites. Now, when we look at stuff like this, this is what we're talking about when we talk about SEO. When I go to Ahrefs and I see something like Law of Attraction books with a KD of 0, which is the keyword difficulty, and a search volume of 600, what that means is 600 people a month go to Google and search for Law of Attraction books. The competition is low, and we could see exactly what's going on. Now, when we look at something narrow like Law of Attraction books, that doesn't encompass all of the authors, all of the actual books, all the different things that people are searching for around this. That's where we're starting to look at, like, that's where it scales. It's not just in one book or one type of book, it's in all the authors, because what you're going to see is it keeps going deeper. So if I go Marianne Williamson and I look up the keywords around her, let's open it in a new tab over here, you're going to see now we have Marianne Williamson books, quotes, all these different things that people are looking up about this one author. You can even do Marianne Williamson, Law of Attraction, or I think she was into some other thing. I think she was Course in Miracles, which again, this just keeps going down a rabbit hole, and that's where the money is. The money is in the rabbit hole. Super, super important. And that's when we get into blogging and SEO. Because if we're using something like Patreon or Stan Store, you're not getting the value of owning your audience, where if I have a blog, I can own my audience. I can have different links. I can have webinars. I can have book club meetups and the whole 9 yards. When you start to realize that's how these big companies like this are scaling to $8,000, $10,000, $20,000 a month, or even $2 million a month by just going out there and talking about the different books that show up. If I go through here and look at like Goodreads, different book title there, and on we go. Super, super cool stuff. And what you're doing is you're getting traffic. Traffic is the name of the game. If you've wondered how to get traffic, this is it. You can make infographics. You can make short videos. You can make AI videos. You can make blog posts. You can talk about all these different books. And the key is just make really good content. Spend the time and think about what people would want. Now, number 8, why does this model work long-term? Because books don't expire. You saw here some of the people on this top list. Tony Robbins has been around for like 40 years, Marianne Williamson, even some like Napoleon Hill. Dude's been around since the 20s. He's not even around anymore. That's how long he's been around. And you start to think like, wait a minute, there's Ram Dass. There's one that's really good. I could talk about Ram Dass and Alan Watts forever because I love their stuff. And all I would do is talk about how it's helped me and what I can do. Starting to look at this in a different way is where you're going to start to see traffic. This is a content curation gold mine. It works because the books and the authors don't expire. You get new readers daily. Every day I talk to someone, they're like, oh, you like Ram Dass too? Me too. And we have a conversation about it. Just this morning, I was talking to Valeria about different books she likes to read in different genres. And she works here and goes through all that ideas. I had no idea. But now we know, hey, there's all these different things we can do and different books people like, and everyone has some topic they're interested in. Audiobooks fit modern lifestyles. Informational content ranks well in search. This is evergreen traffic, low maintenance, easy to make, and the affiliate payouts are great. Now, when we look at the core business logic, what we want to understand is that we're not building a review site, a fan page, or a personal brand. We are building a recommendation engine. That's what Amazon is. That's what all these big sites are. We are recommending certain things based on personal input, based on going through and thinking about how to use the AI the right way. And I'm going to show you some prompts in just a minute that'll take this to the next level. But again, remember, this is a business. You build it like a business. You understand how it works. While these AI prompts and these AI methods are very powerful and pretty simple to use, this is still a business. We got to do the work. We got to understand it's not some guaranteed magic thing. But starting to understand this, we build the recommendation engine, a search intent capture system where we can get people from social media. We can get people from Google. We can get people on Pinterest or wherever they're at. Then we can tie them into like, maybe I'll start my own book club. That's what we did on Talk Sober. I had a partner in that business, which made it a little bit difficult to scale, but it still made some money, right? If it was a solo business, I could have scaled it. And that's what we're actually doing now. I'm a little behind the 8 ball. I need to do some videos on that channel, which is part of the reason we're mixing things up a little bit. Now, going through here, books are simply the vehicle. We're going to naturally transition into how the content and the SEO works. This is important because now we're going to go through and look at keyword joggers, templates, prompts, and money pages. I'm going to have a list of these along with the prompts and the keywords and everything over at gotniches.com. But when we look at keyword joggers, what we're going to do is we're going to use our keyword tool and we're going to type in things like books like this one, books like that one, like Fourth Wing, Dune, all of these. Now, what's going to happen is you're going to see there's over 22,000 keywords related to books like, and it just keeps going and going, and the competition is literally nothing. Now, I can go through, I can make an infographic, put it on Pinterest. I can make a video about the book. All this type of stuff, we're making really good content about it. These are root phrases you can work. I'll have a big list of them down below. Looking at the Audible audiobook, we can go through and look at money keywords like Audible trials, or is this on Audible, or the book title plus Audible. Or you could do genre plus emotion, like best feel-good books. These are really good. You could do feel-good books like this. And again, you can see the tool actually gives us all of this stuff here as well. Again, authors that talk about business, authors that talk about marketing, authors that talk about love, romance, finance. All of these things we could start to look at in a different way. And we don't have to be an expert because we're simply commenting on what we read as a non-expert. And that's what our audience is going to attach to. That's what Oprah did. She has a doctor on. She's not a doctor. She just has a doctor and is like, oh, I didn't know eating bananas helped me jump higher, or whatever it is, right? Super, super important. So now we're going to go through and look at problem-based. So you could do like books to improve, or even books to, right? Stop procrastinating, or procrastinating books. Different things like this will work really well. Then we're going to go through and make a page about them. I would recommend using WordPress. Check out the videos in the description for how we set these blogs up and get traffic and build them and everything like that. Then we could do best audiobooks for. What you want to do is you want to template this out where it's like, okay, books like, best books for, comparison pages. Comparison's going to be your higher buyer intent. Then we're going to use content multipliers. We're going to go through and take one idea, turn it into 10 pages, 10 different pieces of content. You can do books like blank, audiobooks like, best books about. All of these things are going to be templated out so that we could get Pinterest pins, quotes, little videos, different ideas. 10 best books for people who need motivation, people who need to learn sales. All of this stuff is going to work very, very straightforward. Now, when we get into the AI prompts, what you're going to do is you're going to use these prompts to create your templated system. And you're going to use them over and over and over again because it's going to be very straightforward for your certain genre of books. Keyword expansion. You could say, act as a keyword research expert. Help me with this book stuff. It'll help you with that. And like this, if we go like this here, and we do something like this, we'll go to ChatGPT, open a new one, and I can say, act as an SEO expert, and let's do books like The Power of Now. Okay? This will go through, it'll get all those, and I can put them in my keyword tool, start making content about this stuff. And again, this is going to be very valuable keywords and very valuable content people would want. You can even do like act as an affiliate marketer for the topic, find these. Or you can create book talk stuff around SEO keywords. This is where understanding SEO is going to help you with content, because a lot of people think it's about like books for being sad. No. It's about what are all the authors that tie to that talking about, and how can we use that? Now, it's very important. Obviously, you don't want to use copywritten material. Commenting on a book is one thing. Reading a book, yeah, you don't want to do that. Taking big chunks of a book, you don't want to do that. Just simply comment on what it does for you. You can also look at books as solutions. Act as a market research, list problems people struggle with daily. For each problem, suggest a book category, Audible angle, or monetization hook. Going through and using this will help you as well. Prompt 5, we can do a bulk content. Generate SEO blog posts. This is where we could get into using like Manus and stuff like that, and understanding, yes, there are different affiliate programs we can tie to that will make a lot of money. Thinking about, okay, maybe I can have the AI find a bunch of books that tie into this offer. Right? Maybe I'll go through here and we have like secret obsession. So this is like the girl wants to make the guy obsessed with her, or whatever it is, right? I can go through here and I can say, I want to promote this ClickBank product. Find books that people read that would help with this. I can do reviews on. Boom. And then it'll go through and it'll find them. And now I can promote them as an Audible and all this other stuff. So now we have like 5 love languages, Men from Mars, Attached, Hold Me Tight. These are all pretty straightforward, on point, what they would do. And then you go down the rabbit hole of more stuff. So I would be like romance for women book guy or whatever, right? Probably better if a girl did that one because it would fit better. They'd understand better. But understanding how this would work and understanding what would work for you. Maybe you're a carpenter and there's books about carpentry and woodworking. Thinking about these in different ways is absolutely key. Then we can go through and do monetization stack. We can do SEO, Audible affiliate links, email opt-in, like, hey, opt-in for my other book recommendations. Then we can do all the retargeting, all of this stuff. You don't have to deal with product support or refunds. Now, we could even go through, if I wanted to do this, I would probably start a membership site about my book reviews, or like I did on my sobriety site where, we have a call every week and we help them with stuff, or we have little videos and things to help them out. Obviously, just doing this as here's what I learned. Like, we don't have to promise anything. If I'm talking about business books, I don't need to say you're going to be a millionaire tomorrow, right? You're not. I'm going to go through and I'm going to talk about my experience. Here's what I struggled with. This is a very good method. There's lots of people who do this where they review different products or courses or books or whatever it is. This is something that works if you do it. You just have to really put in the work and the effort and think about the content in a better way. So using the Audible affiliate program to be the back door into other niches is key. Going through and understanding, I can tie it to ClickBank offers and build this up. I could build a following even like this one where they're going through and they don't even have a person on there, right? You can do this in a very, very straightforward way and just talk about books that help. And we've all read books. And if not, side project, you can go read books. It's actually good for you to get away from social media and read books and good content. That's something I learned early on, is if you want better thoughts, read books that have different thoughts in them. Read things that expand your horizon and share what you learn with other people. Or if you already read, you can start doing this right now. But go over to gotniches.com. I'll have these prompts. I'll have a list of different book niches you can use. This is something that almost always gets traffic. You just have to put in the legwork and do it, and then point to the things that make you money. Now, understanding that, there are people all over the place, from the guy making nothing, which is a vast majority, to some people making thousands of dollars a month being an Audible affiliate. But it all comes down to what you do with your audience. So check out the videos in the description to learn more about how I do affiliate marketing. Go to gotniches.com. We'll have some of the keyword reports, the prompts, and tools that we use, along with how to learn how to do affiliate marketing the right way. Thanks for watching. Smash the like button. Check out the videos in the description, and I'll see you in the next training.